Hello, Chiefs Kingdom, and welcome to RGR Football. I'm your host for this episode. I'm Danilo DiGiulio, aka ThunderDan88, across social media. You can see me on a lot of different platforms, including YouTube on my channel, the ThunderDan channel. Wednesday nights, 8 p.m., I go live. I do interviews, have all kinds of fun stuff to talk about, and we usually go for at least a couple hours, if not four. I don't know, maybe eight. It depends on how we're feeling. There's a lot of news in Chiefs Kingdom right now. There's a lot of news around the league right now. Let's go with cuts and signings this month of June. I want to pronounce it right. Kamalea Correa basically had his cup of coffee cut short in June 3rd. He's been released by the Chiefs. I thought he might be something, but it didn't pan out here. Maybe he'll get on somewhere else. Travarius Ward signed his free agent tender, so he's sticking around. They like Travarius. I think that they still see upside in him. I hope that's the case. Wyatt Miller was signed offensive tackle, and that capped out our roster because we had an empty space there. Then, most recently, June 18th, they cut Martinez Rankins, and they signed a wide receiver, Darius Shepard. We'll see how that goes. We have one more wide receiver in camp now that's like 15 or 25. It's getting crazy. There's a lot of wide receivers. In more serious news, there's good and there's bad. There's always seems to be there's a balancing act in the world, and the NFL is no different, being a microcosm of humanity. We have, in the positive side, Carl Nassib came out on Instagram Live and let everyone know that he is, in fact, a gay male. Fantastic. I don't like Scientology. Well, I don't dislike it. I don't know it. I don't follow it. I'm not a Scientologist. I love Tom Cruise movies. All right? I'm a straight male. I don't care who a man or a woman wants to sleep with. If I'm going to watch women's soccer for the USA, it's a great game to watch. If I'm going to watch the NFL and Carl Nassib is out there tearing it up, go get it. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully the next 5 to 10 years with the Neanderthalic pace with which this league and this country move at times, hopefully within 10 years, this won't be news anymore. It'll just be a thing. I've got the over-under this year. I'd like to see at least 10 guys come out this year and announce who they are, where they stand, and let the league know this is a common occurrence. This isn't a rarity. This is humanity, people. There's a certain number of people in every room that float in a different boat than you do. And it's no big deal. Who cares? Let there be love. All you need is love. All that good stuff. On the bad side, unfortunately, Frank Clark was arrested in California. Worst place you want that to happen. In LA, worst place in California you want that to happen, with an Uzi. That's a submachine gun, although there are single shot repeating versions of it. Hopefully that's the case. He says it was a security guard's gun. Why it's sitting in his car. Why the police pulled him over and happened to notice it in his car seems a little odd. Some people are saying it's a case of driving while black and getting pulled over and it's a racist thing. Other people are saying it's just a stupid human trick. He had a bag with a gun in it and got pulled over in his Lamborghini. You have a life. You're taking care of family and friends and being a role model in your community. Driving a Lamborghini, you're doing okay. If you're driving a Lamborghini, you're doing all right. Why you got to roll around with guns like that in your car? In LA. Moved from LA a couple of years ago. That's a bad scene. That's not a good situation. They call it California because it plays by different rules in a lot of the United States. We live in a constitutional carry state. There are a lot of them like that. There are a lot of them that recognize other states' rights to carry. California's not one. They're very tight about that stuff. It could be really bad news for Frank. It's going to be bad news for the Chiefs because his court case isn't until we play Washington. So, of course, that gets drawn out. We'll see what happens there. I thought he was a trade candidate before the season. He might be a cut candidate now. Knowing how the Chiefs are with stuff like this, they don't like messy issues. And this is kind of messy. This could be really messy. I hope it's mistaken placement. I hope it was left there by a security guy like he said. They'll trace it back, serial numbers, licensing, all that good stuff. They'll find out who it belongs to. And if it doesn't belong to anybody, that could be the worst case scenario as far as charges go. If it's got no ownership, serial number missing, anything crazy like that that could be associated with something worse, goodness forbid. I wish him luck. I wish him to think before he does things like that. Lamborghini's not very big inside. Kind of hard to miss a big duffel bag. You might want to look inside of a bag if you don't recognize it if it's not yours. Or, I don't know, get it out of your car. Hey, security guy, get your bag out of my car. Just throwing it out there. I hope it's nothing. I hope it's not a big, huge fine and jail time. We'll have to wait and see. But hey, it's not boring. That's for sure. Anyway, looking forward to more news coming up. I'm going to start dropping 1-minute clips on my channel. Be sure to check them out. probably every day because there's always something going on. Might be just to talk Chiefs and talk football. Meanwhile, love you, Kansas City. Go Chiefs.
Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more and subscribe to RGR Football.